Hey, this is day one of me being out. We were discussing nationalism and sectionalism, which is chapter three. You may see me look to the left or to the right or look around. It's because I'm looking at other things to make sure I do not forget to say something. This module will be just like any other time when I'm in the classroom. I will teach you, and then you'll have a chance to copy the notes, and then you will work individually on your lessons. Because I'm not there, you should work by yourself, no group work. So we're talking about the industry and transportation after the War of 1812. Why does this matter? Well, developments in technology transformed life in the United States in the early 1800s. Not technology as we know it, where no, they didn't have the cell phone or the laptops. This is technology as far as, oh, we can make something a little bit quicker. And when they're settling and we purchased Louisiana, the quickest way to move the goods and people was to live by water. Remember, there are no cars at this time. There are no trains. There are no planes. The only thing they had were Pat and Charlie, which are feet, and boats. So why would you not want to live close to the boat? Well, now that the water is providing the most efficient way, people are moving closer to the water. So there aren't big cities where there are no rivers. They created what's called the National Road now. It was funded by the federal government and extended from Maryland to the Ohio River. Why is this important? There were no national roads. It was, I'm going to walk through the green pastures. I might walk through the woods. There was no really road like the I-95 road we use now. There was no road. Well, the federal government decided we need a national road. This is something where people, when they need to travel by foot, horse and carriage, whatever the case may be, they can take one generic route to get to where they need to be as long as it is between Maryland and the Ohio River. There are some major advancements in transportation that we need to go over. There are really three major ones. There are three major advances in transportation. The first one is the steamboat. Yay! So the steamboat would run on wood or coal, and before the steamboat of course runs on water. Before the steamboat, it would take 4 whole months to travel from New Orleans to Kentucky. Can you imagine 4 months to get somewhere? 4 months to get somewhere. 4 months. Could you imagine? I don't even really want to walk for 5 whole minutes to get to a destination, let alone 4 whole months. So after the creation of the steamboat, it took only 20 days to make that same trip from New Orleans to Kentucky. Okay, so I've switched the screen. Now you can see what a steamship looked like. This is a steamship, and it does not look too safe to me. However, would I get on it in order to go a little bit faster? Probably. Remember, it was 4 months people would take to travel across, but with a steamship, 20 whole days. Now, that is one major advance. The one that is a steamboat. Major advance number two is the canal boom. If you would go down, this canal system linked farms to cities because, of course, the farmers needed to get food into the cities because that's where the money are when people move into humongous cities. The most famous one is the Erie Canal. The Erie Canal linked from Lake Erie to the Hudson River, which is over 350 miles. So, of course, if you can go all the way across New York using the canal system, you will be moving into the major cities. Hence, leading to the major boom of New York City's populations. People will, of course, move to the larger cities, linked to the canal. So now it was easy for farmers to send all of their goods and services to the cities. So that is major advance number two. Two. Dos. There. So now we have major advances. The first one is steamboat. The second one is canal system. You know that pause? It's for you to talk to me. I know you laughing. Don't make me come to class. Anyway, those are the two major advances. We have one more to go over. Remember, major advance number one is working on the steamboat, which was ran by wood or coal. Major advance number two was the canal system, which was like a huge ditch that links the cities to the farmlands. Advance number three is most importantly the railroad system. Looking at this picture, this is the railroad system. Okay, so now with these railroads, they could pull heavier loads and they were much faster and the railroads cost a whole lot less. Again, if you look at the layout of this beginning train, it does not look safe to me. Miss Gibbs will not try anything new. However, if you think I'm getting ready to walk or pull or push or put something on my back that is really heavy, I would take my chances with the railroad. So now that is the third major system. It is the railroad system. So we have major advances three. The first one, steamboat. The second one, the canal boom. And the third one is the railroad system. So now we discussed the three major advances. I need to tell you that Britain, during this Industrial Revolution, they are ahead. And they, of course, you don't want anybody trying to steal your joy or trying to do what you do. So what they decided to do, block the United States from having any type of machinery and no exporting. So if the United States wanted something, they would have to purchase it from Britain. Of course, that's the way you make your money. So why wouldn't Britain do that? However, we are the United States of these Americas. And what are we going to do? We can't get it from you, buy the machinery. We'll make our own. So now we have Samuel Slater, who moved to the United States from Britain and created some of the machinery that they need in the United States. This changed factory work completely. This is machinery. This is the Industrial Revolution. This is how people are making things faster. So instead of us buying these Jordans that take forever to make, there's a machine that puts everything together. Thank you, Industrial Revolution. Because Miss Gibbs, the reason why I do not do hard labor, I am not getting ready to put together no shoes, no clocks, no clothes. That is what the machine is for. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so now that we have all these machines that are making all of our goodies, yay! What does that happen? What does that do for our workers? Well, do you really need 45,000 people? Just kidding, over exaggeration. Do you really need 40 people now to make one pair of shoes, or the machine is going to do it? Now the machine does it. What it does is it speeds up the pace of the work, but it divides the labor into many other parts. Like now we need more people to box, more people to make sure the machine keeps going. So yeah, some people did lose jobs and some people's skills are no longer skills, but the factories are making more money. The next area is interchangeable parts. This is a great, great, great invention. One by Eli Whitney, of course. And what he does, it was used to improve efficiency. One part could work for many different ones. For example, when your cell phone charger is lost, you can go get somebody else's charger. Yes, honey. Because if not, when someone created your cell phone, if you lost that one particular charger, you'd have to go pay for that same charger. Well, because of Eli Whitney, appreciate you, Eli, we can use the same charger for many different devices. It's called interchangeable parts. It's a part that works in one object will work with another one. Then we have Samuel F.B. Morse, the electric telegraph. This is where it all begins. This is where our good friend the telephone will come into play years and down the road. However, thank you, Samuel F.B. Morse. Thank you, who? Samuel F.B. Morse. Thank y'all.